ESPN's coverage of baseball's Division Series, presented by Budweiser. Welcome to Petco Park in San Diego, where what a surprise, it's a beautiful day for Game 1 between the NL West champion San Diego Padres and the NL Central champion St. Louis Cardinals. Now, Duke, let's take a look at the Prestone starting lineups. Antonio La Russa, he hadn't been able to play this lineup in a long time. David Eckstein is the shortstop. He back in there with the hammy. Chris Duncan is the left fielder hitting second. Albert Pujols, of course, hits third at first. Jimmy Edmonds hitting cleanup behind Pujols. Back in at center field. Scott Rowland hitting fifth at third base. Juan Encarnacion hitting sixth in right field. Ronnie Belliard, acquired midseason at second base. The out-here Molina hitting eighth as the catcher. Chris Carpenter is the pitcher hitting ninth against the right-hander from Mobile, Alabama, Jake Peavy.
And Jake Peavy is glad to be on the mound and be healthy this year. Last year at this time, a cracked rib from the post-game celebration to get into the playoffs. So now on the mound, healthy and ready to go.
We don't expect him to stay at first base very long, do we? To right center field, Mike Cameron over, but it's going to be the right fielder Brian Giles making the play, and Eckstein is gone. In there for a strike. Now 1-2, Peavy delivers. Strike three called. One, two, three for Jake Peavy. Now let's take a look at the Prestone starting lineup for Bruce Bochy and the NL West champion San Diego Padres. David Roberts, the speedy one, is in left field to lead off. Brian Giles is in right field. Adrian Gonzalez is hitting third. At first base, Mike Piazza behind the plate cleanup. Russell Brandon hits fifth at third. Mike Cameron in center field. Jeff Blum is the shortstop. Josh Barfield is at second. And Jake Peavy, the pitcher, hitting ninth against the man that won the Cy Young last year in the National League and could very well win it again, Chris Carpenter.
Well, he stumbled a little bit down the stretch. His last two starts not very sharp, but coming in today, some extra rest, so they're expecting him to be on top of his game.
Shot over leaping Eckstein, and Roberts is on. Breaking ball, a little chopper in front of the plate. Molina down to second for one. The return from Eckstein, a double play. Giles kind of didn't get out of the box, and once you saw that, Molina was all over it. Ground to right, a lot of room down the left field line, but Carpenter doesn't care. He blows him away after his team makes a double play behind him. No score. So this a big story in this series right here. Jim Edmonds to lead it off. Tops the very first pitch to young Josh Barfield, and he's out easily 4-3. Edmonds, who missed so much of the second half with post-concussion syndrome, and then as he tried to get back in there with a foot injury, but Tony La Russa said, I put him in. He's hitting behind Pujols. He's a prime-time player, literally, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how long Jimmy can go. Sweep by Cardinals. Last year, 3-game sweep by the Cardinals. Popped up by Rowland. Again, it's Barfield. He grabs it. 2 down. Ripped and right at third baseman Russell Brandon. 6 up, 6 down for Jake Peavy. The Cardinals. Nothing. Had since 02 with the Mets. Broken bat. And of course back on the grass there is Ronnie Belliard. The Piazza's out. 1 out in the second. Left-handed hitting third baseman. Ripped and right at Belliard. So a little broken bat blooper. Belliard might have a little welt on his hand after that one, but he was Johnny on the spot. One of the things Bruce had a little chopper to third. Scott Rowland gobbles it up. Cross to Pujols and a 1-2-3 inning and 5 pitches for Chris Carpenter. No score through 2. Game within the game. This is the game where all eyes are on, and swinging at the first pitch and with the first base hit of the day for the Cardinals. Bluffs. And another little blooper, but that won't get out of the infield. Jeff Blum is there. Good athlete. Can you put the bunt down? Get it done that way. Good one. Adrian Gonzalez is going to have to go to Barfield, and the sacrifice is there. So the runner down to second base. Slow chopper. Russell Branyan over to Gonzalez. The speedy Eckstein gone, and so are the Cards. Heading to the bottom of the third, no score. How about some of those vantage points? Oh, Carpenter just literally pulls the string.
Also a bona fide ace, Cy Young Award winner last year and maybe this year.
And he gets Barfield there. So 2 Ks in this inning for Chris Carpenter. Hits. But he's up against the guy who's pretty good and who's aware of that. So 3 strikeouts. We'll talk with Padres manager Bruce Bochy when we return. Albert Pujols coming up. Chris Duncan with his shot up the middle. And now a runner on. Popped up. Piazza fighting the sun. And fighting the screen and loses the battle. Tough play. There he goes. And there it goes to deep left center field. Back, gone. Albert Pujols has done it again. A 2-run shot here in the 4th inning, and the Cardinals have struck first 2-0. He was almost out on the ball behind the plate with Piazza, and now he hits one out.
Well, the whole sequence, a little griping about the first pitch. Jerry Davison, he got into it. Albert stayed mentally in tune with the at-bat, didn't lose his focus. He battled all the way, and then finally got a pitch in the middle of the plate, a hanging breaking ball, and a 3.
Edmonds hits it well to right field. So single Duncan, home run Pujols, now single Edmonds.
And he's the one who's driven in the first 2 runs.
Rolling little fister to right. Edmonds will go to third, and Roland will dig for second. Safe. So not the most sharply hit ball, but does the damage. A double for Roland, 2 runners in scoring position.
Well, this is a double right there out of the box. The break, the hard break, the wheels of a Scott Rowland, a third baseman, but a nice tight turn around first and a fantastic head first slide. Only giving 1 hand for the tag, but outstanding hustle. Look at him cut that bag sharply, pumping those arms, reach in there, only give Blum.
Weren't sure he was going to be back. He and Ryan Klesko on the roster. Encarnacion hits this well to left field. Back it goes. It's grabbed. Davy Roberts on his horse with a big-time catch. A run scores by Edmonds comes around to score, but that was almost disaster. 1-1. The middle, they may get it. Barfield, Gonzalez, exactly right. But earlier in the inning, things exactly right for Albert Pujols and the Cardinals. Bang! A 2-run shot, a 3-run inning. St. Louis leads it 3-0. Toward the hole, and it'll get through. You couldn't have put it there any better. So Dave Roberts is 2 for 2 along with a big catch. Duke's behind there, did the ump. As Giles dumps one in. Roberts the second, so here come the Padres. I just wonder if it nicked the net, you make the catch and no one sees it, you're out.
Right, you are out, but right here.
Well, that'll silence him for a moment. Big time pitch. Gonzalez fooled. Roberts at second, Giles at first, full count. They don't go. Slow bounder. Eckstein. They only get the middle out over to Belliard. Robert efforts may have distracted Eckstein a little, plus just a slow play. And Carpenter does what a Cy Award winner does. Big strikeout to hold it 3-0 this inning. And Carpenter reaches out with a base hit. So leadoff man on St. Louis for a SportsCenter 30 at 30 update. And the bunt by Eckstein. Gonzalez is going to get the pitcher. Smart play. You talked about his defense, Oral.
Has shown he's got some pop.
Really didn't have a chance before. Had 19 homers after the break, and hits this one way back to right, but it's caught by Brian Giles. Eckstein was all the way down to second. He'll come back to first. Up the middle, base hit. Eckstein will stop at second. And rip past the diving Barfield. Eckstein will score. Pujols to third. Edmonds comes through. 4-0 Cards. Like we said, big spot for Edmonds, and LaRusso had a little twinkle when he said he's hitting cleanup. He knows the light's on. I'm not worried one bit.
Well, Jimmy Edmonds, some of the best hands in the game, some great athletic ability. We know about all his catches out in center field, but not many at bats because of the injuries. Steps into a postseason game, comes up with 2 big hits.
With runners at the corners. Rolling to right center. Cameron calls for it, grabs it, but not until the Redbirds come up with another run. We'll be talking with Tony La Russa when we come back. No. Struck out. Jeff Blum to right field. Easy lope over for Encarnacion. 2 up, 2 down here with a 4-0 lead for Carpenter in the 5th.
But so far, the total equation has worked for St. Louis.
Josh Barfield to center. Easy play for Jim Edmonds. And a 1-2-3 inning for Chris Carpenter. 4-0 St. Louis. Last year, nice play in the hole, Jeff Blum, but just holds it. Nothing he was going to do to get Encarnacion out. So an infield single for the Cardinals. 9 hits now. There goes Encarnacion, a pitch out. Got him. So given an opportunity, Mike Piazza stood up and fired, and Encarnacion is gone.
Responding to the challenge.
Up the middle, off the leg of Peavy, and that'll go for a base hit, and they'll probably come out and take a look. There goes the runner with a huge jump. Good throw, Piazza. But Belliard steals the base. A huge jump. Hit well. Blum's not going to get that. Molina comes through. Belliard scores, and it's 5-0 St. Louis. And now this crowd so hopeful, so energetic, especially the way Peavy started. Just strike, 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 strike. Now a couple of boo birds out.
Well, another sinker inside, but didn't quite get to the inside corner. A little flatter left up. Molina, instead of fouling it off his leg, can get underneath it and hit the line drive. And Tony La Russa's aggressiveness with Carpenter has come through as a veteran. Rudy Cian is in there now. Speaking of a veteran who came over from Boston, let him go, and Josh Towers picked him up as a free agent sign. A nice veteran here. Fastball, changeup, breaking ball. Experienced pitcher.
The double switch. Cena's will bat 8th, and Todd Walker with the pitcher spot 9 due up first. In the bottom of the 6th, Todd Walker goes into second base. Barfield out of the game, as is Peavy. But with 5-0, you might as well try it, and now you're out. Why not, right? Do you agree with that?
Well, you don't want Carpenter. His durability.
Grounder to short, Blum. Gonzalez at first. Eckstein gone, so are the Cardinals. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-0 Redbirds. at 44 games here with the Padres. But that not a hit that he was looking for. Simple play by Belliard, and Carpenter just continues to mow him down to 20 wins in his 28th start. Hit by Dave Roberts to left center field. He has been on it. Roberts going to gamble for 3. Safe. He's the one guy that solved Carpenter today. 4 Padre hits, 3 by Dave Roberts.
Well, it's a long way out there in left center field. You saw the 402 mark, and then the speed of Dave Roberts turns any extra base hit into a possible triple, and his legs make this easily into third. Use him in a one-game playoff.
Giles to center. Edmonds going to get the running start. Roberts though runs too well. The Padres are on the board. Pretty good throw knowing it's Roberts, and why not take the run in? Edmonds limping a little bit out there. Dave Roberts, the only offensive cog for the Padres. Giles delivering a sac fly.
Well, a little emotional boost here, and maybe take a little bit out of Jim Edmonds in center field. Nice running start, gets into it and stays behind it. Strong throw, but Dave Roberts with
where left center and right center are deeper than center field. Belliard playing Adrian Gonzalez perfectly. Gonzalez is gone. The Padres do get on the board, but they're going to have to pitch to Albert Pujols when we return. So you see this, Chris Duncan hits it to left, and that kind of out of the shadows is Dave Roberts. He's been the one man for San Diego on whom the light has shone the whole game. It struck out Pujols looking in the first. Reaches out on that one. Shading his eyes, Adrian Gonzalez. Pujols gone, so he's now 2 for 4. Struck him out. So Rudy Cianez, of all people, has come in to retire 5 straight Cardinals. 7th inning stretch time in San Diego. Happened 10 years ago when obviously it's only La Russa and Bochy then, but last year, you know, these Padres lost 3 in a row to St. Louis. And at the plate, Scott Rowland out of the shadows into the sun to Pujols. And there is one out Branyan coming up.
Young against Trevor Hoffman. Brandon Webb, Arizona.
To right center field. Edmonds diving, can't get it. And Branyan will head to third with a triple, and Jimmy Edmonds may be hurting again. Although I don't care, that was a long way to go. And I don't know if the foot was the issue. I mean, that just was hit with all that room out there, Orel, in right center field.
Well, low breaking ball still sharp, but Russell Branyan, a great low ball hitter. I don't know about the decision when you're up 5-1 and you need Jimmy Edmonds to play the rest of October if you're the Cardinals and moving on. Give them a double here. You've got your Cy Young Award candidate on the mound. Jimmy with a great effort. It's hard to shut that passion down.
Block again, Molina. Cameron on. Of course, a win is not what he is after at this point. Josh Bard, the pinch hitter, just got hit. But now he and the Cards in a pickle despite the big lead. Tyler is, I'm sorry, go ahead, 25 years of age.
Dave Duncan just on the mound out there to settle down the young fella.
Like we said, Bellhorn strikes out a lot. Big strikeout, 2 outs. Swinging, diving is Belliard. What a big play halfway to right field. The Padres strand 3, 5-1 St. Louis. To hold them at bay and hope that they can get some thunder the next time through the lineup. Chan Ho Park on the shelf for quite a while, now pitching out of the bullpen as he faces Roland, Encarnacion, and Belliard, and Khalil Green will go into the shortstop spot. Remember, Blum was pinch hit for by Bard, so he hits in the 7th hole. And speaking of hit, Roland is hit. There's a base runner to start the 8th inning. Now another point because Tony, as Encarnacion, pops this in foul ground to Adrian Gonzalez, and there is one out. Ronnie Belliard is up. I want to get back to that 90 postseason where that ball is grabbed and around the horn goes Brandon Walker Gonzalez. Belliard gone. A very quick inning for Chan-Ho Park to the bottom of the 8th, 5-1 St. Louis. Reminder for those that may not have dialed in. There's Roberts out for the first time today as Johnson K's him looking. Hip surgery gone at least till May next year. Giles hits this one down the line, and that'll rattle around. Encarnacion up with it. Brian Giles has his 2nd hit of the day. So the top 2 guys in the order of 5 of the 6 hits. Double Giles, 1 out. But again, no Isringhausen. Young Wainwright is now the closer for St. Louis. Keep it in mind.
Well, we talked about how with the shadows, the breaking ball is a little harder ball to hit. Right there, Giles picks on a fastball up and in, just turns on it, gets himself the double.
Goes this, I mean, it's lefty after lefty, so Johnson in there gets a ground ball. That's Belliard. They just need outs now over to Pujols. 2 outs. Giles over to 3rd. Cardinals trying to get outs against the San Diego Padres. And if you think, well, wait a minute, Carpenter, that tall guy, is out, right? You're right. This is 6'7" Adam Wainwright. We spoke about him a moment ago. Now the closer with Izzy out. Very busy behind the plate. Aaron Miles is the new 2nd baseman.
And then the closer, he has not blinked.
Piazza, diving Pujols, pitch to Wainwright. Piazza gone, Padres gone, Giles stranded at 3rd, opportunity gone. To the 9th, 5-1 St. Louis.
Well, it was fantastic outing by Carpenter, picked up by the defense and the bullpen. And Albert Pujols let him off to stake him to a 2-run lead.
Todd Walker to Adrian Gonzalez. 1 pitch, 1 out. Yadier Molina out. 3-1 to Miles. That'll find its way through for a base hit. 12 Cardinal hits. We came out in a big situation. A little chopper over the head of Chan-Ho Park. Charged. That's why Khalil Green is the tough shortstop. And a double play. Miles got a little greedy. Doubled him up. Padres coming up at the bottom of the 9th. They're hoping their team could make them proud, but Brandon with the big strike zone, and Wainwright comes right in and K's him. Brandon struck out twice today.
Could be.
Can he pitch the Padres back into this thing? Wow. Wow.
Well, 93 miles an hour up the ladder.
Wow.
Very heavy ball right here. It's got some jump at the end.
Wow.
And through the shadows, it looks even extra special.